This is one good thing about the court system. Eventually, the truth has to come out because spending years in jail under perjury charges, that's a motherfucker. But yeah, Meta, okay, the new name of the parent company for Facebook. I don't fucking know how all that shit works, nor do I really care because fuck Facebook, Instagram, and all that type of the happy horse shit. I know it's important and stuff, but keeping a proper leash on them, that's important. But when it comes to their everyday dealings, I could give a shit. But yeah, no, Facebook fact check labels are opinion. No, they aren't actually facts. They're more like guidelines, really. Yeah, cool. They'll get somebody's life fucking destroyed, and at least we know now facts are subjective, especially when you're on Facebook. Labels placed on posts on Facebook accompanying so-called fact checks are opinion. Lawyers for social media platforms parent company said in a recent court filing, yeah, it really does suck. I'm sure they tried to sneak that in just under the radar, under the wire. Hopefully nobody looks at this, but John Stossel sued Facebook and two of its fact-checking partners, Science Feedback and Climate Feedback. Wow, you're going to tell me that science and climate on Facebook, it's more opinion than actual fact? I'm fucking shocked. Earlier this year, accusing the entities of defaming him. Stossel posted two video reports on Facebook, one of which explored the forest fires devastating California in 2020, probably saying that, yeah, they don't do forest management and they don't really clear up the dead underbrush, which many other countries, many other jurisdictions in the world do, and then they don't have the same type of deadly forest fires year over year in the same fucking places like BC does. Or rather, sorry, they take their cues from California, and then the same places from 2020 and 2021 burned. And that places like, Grand Prairie, Alberta had to deal with fucking never-ending month long of fucking smoke, which you know what I'm still not bitter about? No, not at all, not whatsoever. Including an interview with Michael Schellenberg, a climate change expert. Stossel said the climate change has made things worse in the state. Schellenberg said climate change played a role, but the mismanaged forests, were the primary reason for the large fires. That seems about right. Facebook placed a label over the video telling users that was missing context. What? Two men having a conversation is missing context. That's what Facebook thinks. If users clicked through, they were met on a page on Climate Feedback's website that said, claim forest fires are caused by poor management, not by climate change. Verdict misleading. No, I don't think anybody was alleging that. Okay. The size and severity was probably what was being questioned, but you do you, right? That claim, though, is contained nowhere in Stossel's video. The suit says, yeah, I'm just reading a cursory summarization of what they were discussing, and I could deduce that. So then again, I don't run a couple of different fact-checking institutions and make a lot of money because of it. Stossel said he reached out to the Climate Feedback, and when they didn't respond, but two of the scientists listed in the group's reviews admitted they had not reviewed the video. Okay, now we just slap the designation on it and then just deal with the paperwork later. Cool. Similar situation played out with a different video, which explored environmental alarmist. What's the difference? Stossel said the fact-checking process is nothing more than a pretext used by the defendants to defame users with impunity, particularly when defendants disagree with the scientific opinions expressed in user content. Cases filed in federal court of Northern California. All right. Well, yeah, that's where Silicon Valley is. That makes sense. Lawyers for Meta, Facebook's parent company, responded to the filing late last month, urging the court to dismiss the case. Yeah, no, we don't want to have to admit that we just employ a bunch of rainbow-haired weirdos with gender studies degrees to just slap on labels that are sensationalist and just further push leftist talking points. No, don't make us do that. Beyond the threshold, Section 230 problem. Oh my God. Oh, they're using this as an opportunity? Okay, and that's when it had to come out, and it's like, well, it's just opinion, right, guys? The complaint also fails to state a claim for defamation. For one, Stossel fails. Okay, listen, you're saying that he lied, but then your basis for telling him that he lies is just your take on it, man? State claim for defamation for one. Stossel fails to plead facts establishing that Meta acted with actual malice, which, as a public figure, he must. Fair, but you're calling him a liar, and I'd imagine that's probably alleged in the suit, but okay. And he hosts a news show, so that's a pretty damning claim. For another, Stossel's claim focuses on the fact-checker article written by Climate Feedback, not by the labels affixed through Facebook platform, Well, when they're sourced by the information and research from Climate Feedback, I think that that's fairly self-explanatory. The labels themselves are neither false nor defamatory. Okay, to the contrary, they constitute protected opinion. And there's, unfortunately, the death blow. And even if Stossel could attribute Climate Feedback's separate webpage to Meta, well, you guys use it, but okay. The challenge statements on those pages are likewise neither false nor defamatory. They're just what we think. Somebody that we pay for their thoughts. That's what they wrote. Can't hold that against us. Any of our failures would doom Stossel's complaint, but the combination makes any amendment futile. No, I think he kind of ended up getting exactly what he wanted, because once again, he runs a news show, and Facebook or Meta, whatever, coming out and say, yeah, we don't actually use like fact checkers. We just use opinion articles. Okay, and that's all, man. So again, yeah, okay, cool. If we get those new set of facts put out there, yeah, he didn't get defamed, but he got quite a bit off the back of this, and that's a good thing. But I guess that's kind of the tactic that Facebook's executives are going to be taking up on this one. It's all your fault. Facebook executive blames users for spreading misinformation and says social media firm doesn't have enough money or staff to eliminate it. Listen, okay? We try to designate things as being untrue, but there's just so many people that are wrong based on our worldview. We can't get rid of it. Listen, we're almost $1 trillion company, but we don't have enough money to eliminate all of the wrong things that's out there. If only we could just round them up and put them into little camps, and we could just nuke them all, or just put them in specialized showers. Facebook executive who invented the site's news feed has blamed users for misinformation and claimed he does not have enough money or staff to stop it. Newly appointed Meta CTO Andrew Bosworth called Facebook a fundamentally democratic technology. Oh, fact check false? Probably true though. You can just have to hire the right people. And said it would be wrong to stop people accessing and sharing false information about the vaccine. Oh my god, it's all about my vaccine, which is working wonders, right? Check the first video of the day. If we took every single dollar in human we had, it would eliminate people seeing speech that they didn't like on the platform. No, we'd just leave that up to people that put the little badges on posts. Pressed on whether Facebook and other social media outlets are amplifying the spread of misinformation, Bosworth characterized it as a demand problem. People want that information. I don't believe that the answer is I will deny these people the information they seek, and I will enforce my will upon them. Oh, okay, cool. No, we won't cancel and silence people. That's not what Facebook's all about. Can we unfurl the list of people who've been kicked off your platform for just nebulous reasons? Oh, you wouldn't want to do that. In 2016, Bosworth sparked outrage with an email to Facebook staffers saying terrorism and deaths at the hands of bullies were prices worth paying for freedom of speech on the platform. Wow, how far have you fallen? Maybe it costs a life by exposing someone to bullies. Maybe someone dies in a terrorist attack coordinated on our tools. Like January 6th, oh my god. And we still connect people, he wrote. Okay, that's a remarkably base take. Where did you go so wrong? In sending the email in 2016, the upcoming chief technology officer of Meta distanced himself from his comments, claiming that, oh no, I had wrong think, and I just needed to be introduced to new people and new fact checkers to tell me that, in fact, my opinions were wrong, but my new ones that have been granted to me by the wizards over at Facebook, I have the right opinions now, don't worry about it. This week, Bosworth was asked whether he could do more to stem the flow of misinformation. Can you quantify any of that? No? Oh, okay, cool. On the platform, when he steps up to his new role next year, Bosworth has been working with Facebook since 2006 and conceived of Facebook's scrolling newsfeed design now used on the platform and its affiliates like Instagram. I don't use either of those platforms, so you guys probably know more about that than I do. In this week's interview, Bosworth said measures have been taken from the social media giant would eliminate every opportunity that someone had to use the platform maliciously. Yeah, wow, big difference. What a difference 5 years makes. Although Bosworth acknowledged that speech of people can be dangerous, he maintained that individual humans are the ones who choose to believe or not believe a thing. Oh no. until we decide to get rid of it. But we don't have enough money, so I'm trying to have it both ways. Stop asking so many probing questions. And the ones that choose to share or not share thing too. At some point, the onus is and should be in any meaningful democracy on the individual. Well, take your democracy and shove it up your cunt. Fucking soy-filled Dana White. Characterized Facebook as a fundamental democratic technology. Despite revelations in October that the company used its X-Check program to allow celebrities, politicians, and high-profile users to bypass its rules of conduct when they posted on its platforms. Rules for thee and not for me, of course. I'm uncomfortable that we possess enough fundamental rightness. There's nothing right about Facebook. I think for fairly obvious reasons. Even in our most scientific centers of study, to exercise the censorship ideas that we deem harmful on another human and what they want to say and what they want to listen to, he said. Instead, we have what they want to hear, which is really the best way to approximate the algorithm. You talk to a random person. Do you use Facebook? Do you use Instagram? Do you use Snapchat? No, and no, because I value my time in my life. Bosworth oversaw the separation of Facebook's chat function. Don't care. Last week, he shared a protocol article detailing new breakthroughs in Meta's efforts to train AI to spot harmful content. Cool, but he's all about open and free speech. But that was a long time ago. So yeah. What do we know about this? Facebook, Instagram, all of those fucking meta technologies, they're all about censorship. But yeah, no, I said some things that, you could kind of use depending on what side of the political aisle you're on. You could use those, and those are in 2016. They're still out there. That's fine. I'm different. I'm probably on the X checklist. Don't worry about it. And then all of their fact checks that are out there that are just trying to steer you in the right direction. It's just opinion, man. You don't need to take it seriously. But it's just, if you need another reason to not be on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, the rest of that horseshit, there you go. It's all bullshit, okay? At the end of the day, that's all social media is. So if you're making a list of New Year's resolutions, yeah, get off social media. It's pretty much fucking steaming pile of garbage. With that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.